Hey folks, welcome back to Photokina 2016. Today we're in the main courtyard between the halls with the new Tamron 150-600 Generation 2. This is the new one in the SP lineup and it's got a bunch of revisions, so let's check it out. Hey folks, before we check this out, as usual, please jump over to the website and sign up to the mailing list. I'll send you my free guide to improving your portraiture and send you updates on what's going on here at the show and with my future travels. Now, speaking of travels, if you saw my recent video where how's it going, mate? Where I was in Namibia and took this guy along on safari, I really enjoyed shooting with this lens, but this is the Generation 2 one. It's now been revised, it's got better weather sealing and a bunch of new features, including a new VC mode, a new lock, and overall the finish of it has been improved. And they've added 2 new teleconverters specifically for this one that give you even more reach. We've got a 1.4 teleconverter that's obviously going to rob you of a stop of light, and a 2x teleconverter that's going to take 2 stops of light. But using that is going to take you up to having the focal length of a 300 to 1200 mil. And if you've been shooting safari and that kind of thing, you can never have too much reach. So let's come up and take a quick look around this one. Hello, how you doing? Hello. And show you some of the new improvements. So I won't go into every different spec on this one. You know, in terms of focal length, it's a 150 to 600. It does extend a lot as you zoom out. It's an f5 to 6.3, so 5 at 150 mil, 6.3 once you zoom it all the way in. Taking a look here on the focus, you've got the option of either having full from infinity to 10 meters or 10 to 2.2 meters if you're only doing closer up stuff. You've got your autofocus or manual focus. You've got VC off or on. And then you've got 3 modes of VC, and there's actually some new things here. So VC1 is the typical one. Tamron VC I've found is great for several stops of hand-holding compensation. 2 is an improved panning mode, and 3 is a really interesting one. They say they've optimized the motors on this one, so you actually don't see it grab hold when you take focus, but it only applies it at the moment you actually take the shot. And they say that's good for over 4 stops of compensation. We'll have to test that one out. The foot on this one now also is Arca Swiss, so you can put that straight onto your tripod without needing an additional adapter. And of course, that rotates so that you can have it in portrait or landscape orientation. Okay, now I really like the zoom lock. I should point out that this one doesn't actually have pronounced zoom creep, but the ability to be able to lock it down to a particular range is great, because with a 4x zoom, 150 to 600, it's easy to, not be precise about things. If you're trying to get a particular focal length, great to be able to lock it down that way. Now, the 3 different VC modes to me are quite intriguing. It's true that the third one, you can't see it grabbing hold during the frame like you typically can with Tamron's VC. So I actually want to test that out and see what kind of hand-holding speeds we can get in terms of slow shutter speed. Hello, how are you? At the 600 mil, and then also throwing on the 2x teleconverter and see what we can actually get shooting at the 1200 mil focal length as well. And a big head in the way. Then going into 450. On the guy, and then 600. So again, at 1200 mil, you obviously, f13, you're going to want to be shooting in bright sunlight. That's not the kind of thing you're going to want to shoot indoors or at nighttime. Your shutter speed or ISO are going to really suffer like this shoot is. But yeah, here I'm shooting at like ISO 250, so it's not over the top. So to test this out for hand holding, obviously I need something that's not moving, so I've spotted a sign right across the way. At 1200 mil, I'm totally filling the frame with it. It's kind of bizarre shooting with this mode 3 because it doesn't look like it's doing anything in terms of you know, giving you compensation, but actually it is. So let's run through and we'll do it with at 1200 mil and then at 600 mil and see what it's doing. So a nice refinement. Interesting, you know, the specs of it basically are staying the same other than those little additions here and there. It's adding a couple of $100 to the price. Still, the first one was fantastic. This one, the image quality is looking even better with those new refinements. For me, it's a no-brainer. I'll certainly be trying to get this in for my future trips to Africa, kicking off with early next year. How's it going? This is a courtyard, so no one's being insensitive. It's easy to walk in front. Thank you for Tamron for letting us take this one out on the outdoors to take some test shots with. And stick around, guys. Like and subscribe. Lots more videos coming from Photokina 2016. Here we go again. No, thought we had another visitor.